Hi, I'm Cynthia Short from Lexico, a transformation services consultancy. In this video, we're going to spend some time exploring what it really means to be a data-driven organization. I'm joined today by Lexico advisor and digital transformation expert, Dan Mishich. Thanks for joining us today, Dan.
Thank you, Cindy, and thank you for allowing me the opportunity to speak today on the topic. The area I'm extremely passionate about. It's a common term thrown around in the industry with lots of different perspectives in regards to its meaning. So looking forward to this discussion.
Awesome. Like we mentioned today, we're talking about data-driven organizations and really what that means and why it's important. So, to kind of kick things off, I just would put out there, I'm interested in your thoughts around, why data-driven? Why this big push and a lot of effort across organizations and industries as a whole, that this push to become data-driven organizations? Why do you think now more than ever that that's important?
Yeah, organizations today are having to revolutionize themselves, innovate, and look at different ways of doing things. Operational excellence is a huge component of why organizations drive towards data-driven, as well as like meeting customer experience needs, which is really key and focus with everything going on, especially in the world of COVID, right? With everything being, virtual and having to meet customers' needs in a whole new way. And then, on top of that, it's just like helping to drive like business strategy and where a business is trying to go. Leveraging that data kind of as an asset to help formulate and kind of build what that strategic direction should be for an organization, what opportunities that they should go after. It's really critical now more than ever for companies to kind of embrace it, just to kind of keep up with where trends are heading.
Yeah, I think that's really important. I mean, data's really nothing new, right? We've been in and around data for quite a while, and it's been a core component of business. But I do think, kind of like you're saying, the speed of change we experience today has kind of shed a new light on an attention on data, because data really is the engine behind decision making and being able to not only keep up, but keep ahead and capitalize on, just this rate of change that I think is front and center and everybody trying to navigate. So it really has become a core enabler, if you will, of business, and in a different way. I think that's one of the big things. It's, in a very different way. So based on your experience, I think one of the things we do find is data-driven organization is one of those concepts and labels. Let's just say that if you ask 12 different people, you'd get 12 different answers and, definitions of what that means. And there is a level of customization almost, if you will, in terms of what data-driven can mean for an organization. But, I'm curious, how do you define it? How have you worked with clients and helping them understand what it means to be data-driven?
Yeah, I mean, it is at its essence, at its core, it's about, fact-based decisions based on data and analytics. It's helping organizations, drive those operational efficiencies. You're right. It can vary from organization to organization how they use it. They could use it just to drive efficiencies in their ops of how to do continuous improvement, track metrics, look for those opportunities to kind of streamline and automate their processes. Organizations can take it to the next level just to better understand like the customers that they serve, glean those insights from those customers without a customer really ever telling them exactly what it is their needs or wants or how they want to be serviced. And then at the forefront, like I had mentioned, it's about, it can be about innovation as well. Getting the insights as far as maybe what are some of those opportunities to kind of go out there and kind of capitalize on for an organization, areas that, they otherwise without that data just wouldn't be able to, glean in on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's an interesting point. It's a different perspective, maybe. I mean, I think in conversations, the data to understand customers and customer experience is always front and center. Data to drive innovation, kind of front and center in a lot of conversations. But the idea of data really being used to optimize operations and efficiencies around that, and even talent, and across the board, kind of like all the behind the scenes, if you will, aspects of business and organizations. There's so much opportunity there as well. And I think that holistic look and really utilizing data for both external and internal insights is probably one of the core things we found in terms of definition of data-driven, to be truly data-driven.
Absolutely.
For sure. Well, thank you so much for joining me today and having this conversation. It's always invigorating talking about all this good stuff.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Well, that is all that we have for today. We've enjoyed the conversation, but we always love hearing from you and learning from everybody else's experience as well. So if you would love to hear from you in terms of the experiences that you've had working with organizations or within your own organizations about building a really data-driven company and team. So let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe so we can have more discussions like this. So see you next time. Thanks.
Thank you.